Does Edmonton pass the Jacobs test? What is the Jacobs test? Well, Jane Jacobs was a urban sociologist, urban planner who wrote The Death and the Life of Great American Cities in 1961. And in it, she looked at what makes a great neighborhood. And her theory was for a neighborhood to flourish, to thrive, it needs to be diverse. And there was four characteristics that set out diversity for a neighborhood. First of all, a neighborhood had to have more than one function, which means it couldn't just be a place where people worked or a place where people lived. It needed both. It needed more activity than one another, so it would be busy all of the time. Secondly, it needed streets, street corners big enough, welcoming enough for people to meet and talk. It needed different kinds of buildings, old, new, buildings for poor people to rent, rich people to rent. Again, that would increase diversity. Finally, it needed high density. Just couldn't be spread out houses. It needed some apartment buildings, walk-ups, things like that mixed in to bring that 24/7 vibrancy. So how does Edmonton do on that test? Well, I talked to 6 different urban planners and builders, and we do bad. We're not doing good at all. There's about 4 neighborhoods that come close in any way to meeting this test. There's White Avenue, which is the best, 104th Street downtown, 124th Street, and the whole downtown is moving in the right direction. For the rest of the city, the key is this. Right now, if you said, we're going to build a grocery store, a little corner grocery store in the middle of your neighborhood, we're going to rip down some houses, all kinds of people would be upset. The planners say, we've got to get over this kind of attitude. Right now in our older neighborhoods, we already have little corner grocery stores existing. People just accept them. People are fine with it. So we have this fear of change and this fear of diversity in our neighborhoods, which keeps them bland and sterile. For downtown, the key is we've got to increase the population down here. We need it to be denser. Right now it has 13,000 people. It's got to get to about 30,000 people. The good news is that downtown has already doubled in population in the last 15 years, so we're moving in the right direction there. The other good news in this whole thing is that if we went back 40 years and looked at Edmonton and the Jacobs test, not one neighborhood would be close to passing, so we're moving in the right direction.